back to another video. So in this video we will be doing a Q&A, and I have a bunch of questions right here. And this is, I think, your second time being in one of my videos, but you've never actually talked. I have the one
the first one was the spray tan.
that fake tan, yeah, but you didn't talk or anything. You were awkward.
You were spraying me.
You didn't talk. This is Donald. He is my fiance and the dad to Emma and Ella and the new baby. He's really shy and really awkward, so if he doesn't talk much or anything, that's probably why. The girls are at school right now. We don't pick them up for like another hour and a half, so we're gonna try to get this done and everything before we go and get them. And yeah, let's jump straight into it. A lot of these questions are just like, I guess, questions for him, because most of it's like, what was it like being a teen parent in high school and stuff, and I wasn't in high school whenever, I mean I was, but I got out. And like, yeah, so it's mainly for him. Okay, the first one is, what was it like being a teen parent at 16 and in high school?
Rough. I mean,
Rough.
it wasn't too bad.
No.
Like, it was very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, did you get bullied?
Did I get bullied?
Yeah.
I never got bullied.
Okay, I wasn't in school like I just said. I got out and didn't finish, and I wasn't 16, so this question isn't for me. Was it hard being a teen parent? This one I guess is for both of us, but I'll let you go first.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. I was 18 whenever we found out I was pregnant with Emma, and he was 16. So I was a little older than him. I was the like legal age to be an adult, whereas he wasn't. But yeah, it was hard. I mean, being a parent in general, I think, is hard. Just being a teenager while you're at it, it's, I think, harder because you can't get certain jobs.
It's the principle of you're still learning live, and on top of that, you got to teach another life.
Yeah.
Like,
You're a kid raising a kid, basically. And you can't really be a kid once you have a kid.
and see, that was the biggest
Yeah.
thing was
Not being
I
able to
wanted
be
to still be a kid.
yeah, not being able to be a teenager still. Especially when all of our friends were still teenagers, and
That was the biggest.
yeah,
problem.
didn't have like responsibilities like we had. What's the hardest thing about being a young parent? Everything.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. I mean, overall, it's all pretty hard.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing would be like thinking like what life would be like if I wasn't like a parent.
I would say mature.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Maturity level
Yes,
wise.
like when the kids do something. I mean, I'm still pretty young, so I'm like, that's pretty funny. But
Yeah.
being the parent, I'm like, they can't do that.
Yeah, like you can't laugh about it how you
Yeah.
should be able to. Like if it was your little sister doing it, you'd be able to laugh about it, but since it's your kid. And it's funny, just they can't do it. Like Emma said the F word the other day, and like I thought it was
Dude,
funny.
that was hilarious.
But I was like, oh, I can't laugh about that. Like that's not funny, and I had to discipline her for it.
I mean, it's just her cute little voice.
Yeah. I definitely think all of it's pretty hard, but mainly that. Were your parents mad? I didn't really have parents. Were your parents mad?
Oddly, no. They was really excited. which
Yeah,
is weird.
whenever the morning I took the pregnancy test, your mom was like, oh my god, you gotta go tell Donald you were in the shower, remember?
I don't know. I don't know why they were so happy about it.
Yeah.
but
I mean,
Yeah,
I
they-
think your dad was a little disappointed at first. Just because.
I don't think so.
You don't? No. I mean, his mom was always
But-
really happy about it.
I don't know. They're all pretty big about breeding or
Yeah.
whatever, having grandkids or whatever you call it.
Multiplying.
Yeah, multiplying.
Yeah. And his parents don't believe in like abortion or adoption or anything. So like when they found out we were pregnant, they were like, obviously we're keeping it. Do you have a favorite?
As bad as it sounds, I do.
I
I mean, I love both of them
equally, yeah.
equally, but for like me to go outside and work and do like a task or something, Emma is always my go-to.
I think that's so just because she's older.
I mean, yeah, she's my firstborn, and I bonded with her already.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I have a favorite too, but my favorite varies on the day and how good they are that
Yeah,
day.
your favorite is the quietest.
I mean, I love them both equally, and I would never tell them like face to face.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, but I don't have like a favorite kid in general. I have a favorite throughout the day, like whichever one isn't being a huge brat that day, or whichever one isn't so grumpy and being horrible.
I'm just gonna do reverse psychology on them.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm gonna tell Emma, I'm like, Emma, you're my favorite. And then when I have Ella, I'm like, Ella, you're my favorite.
Let them
And then they're
know
both gonna think that
their
they're-
favorites. Yeah, I mean, I guess that works.
until they go to argue.
Yeah, and then they're like,
Daddy said I'm his favorite.
yeah, and then you're like, well, Daddy said I was, and then they're gonna bring you into it, and we're like, you're both my favorite. Do you regret having kids?
That's tricky.
Yeah, that is
I
true.
mean, regret? No. And we've talked about this before, but I would say more as if I had a choice in it, I
To
wish I
wait.
can postpone it, like pause it,
Yeah,
and get a better foot, like in life.
yeah, I agree. I don't necessarily regret having them, like I love them more than anything, but I definitely like wish I would have waited until I was older, and like I wish I would have finished school and went to college and got a degree, and just to make sure I could have given them the best life possible financially.
Not me, yeah. All I care about is money.
And that's his opinion.
I mean, I'm saying, think about it. If we had money, dude, they would be doing great.
I mean, they are,
They're
yeah.
still doing pretty good.
We're
I
just
mean,
not like rich like the Kardashians are rich.
Kardashians.
Yeah, you know how rich they are.
I'm too busy working, trying to get rich.
Do we want more kids after this one? So I'm guessing like after I have this baby, do we want more kids?
Now, no.
Mine,
But I don't know. I say no, but I can see when the girls are like 16, 17, we missing the baby stage and might end up wanting to.
yeah, I
But-
agree.
I believe, aren't you getting your tubes tied?
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to say. I did, at first I didn't want kids, and then after finding out it was twins, I was like, and then once you found out we lost one, because I got so set on like the fact of that we were gonna have two and there was gonna be four.
Yeah, I was pretty hyped about that.
Yeah, and then after losing one of the twins, it like made me realize there was only gonna be three, and like started second guessing getting my tubes tied. But I don't know for sure if I want one. That's a conversation for whenever we get closer to this baby. We haven't put much thought into it, and we thought I wanted to get my tubes tied, but after everything that's happened, I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. There's still a lot that needs to be talked about and a decision that needs to be made whenever it comes to that, because we're still really young, and getting your tubes tied is a forever decision unless you have the like $35,000 to get them untied whenever you want. So I'm not too sure on that one. Did your friends support you? I'll let you answer this one first because you have a lot of friends.
Few.
Yeah, few.
And then the others were like, dude, what are you doing in life?
Yeah. I mean, they all like, I think, stuck by you though, kind of.
I mean, yeah, they all like dealt with the fact that I was keeping them and I was gonna do it, but they had their own opinions that weren't supportive, I guess
Yeah,
you'd say.
like they weren't 100% with you keeping it and having a child.
Yeah.
For me, no, I don't think. I mean, I had a few friends like Alejandro was really supportive, but with my friends, basically, no, they weren't really supportive. Before having kids, I was like a huge party animal, and I was really wild, and like doing crazy things and like driving crazy, and all of my friends did the same thing. And I think that like after I got pregnant, we had to stop doing that, and my friends just didn't like hanging out with me after that. So no, my friends didn't. I have a couple, really one that I'm still friends with to this day that supported me. But yeah, and that's only because she also had kids. So like, do you want a girl or a boy?
Well, like this one?
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure you already know the answer to that.
he wants a boy.
I've been wanting a boy ever since Emma.
Yeah. For me, it varies. I've always wanted a boy up until I had 2 girls back to back, and I've given up on the fact of us ever having boys. So now I just tell myself that I want girls, so I don't get my hopes up about wanting a boy because I don't have boys. But like if I got to choose on what the gender was, which I don't, I would definitely want a boy, but I don't have boys, so I want a girl because I don't want to get my hopes up for nothing. I mean, I will love it no matter what, but it would be cool to have a little boy and for like Emma to have a brother and Ella to have a brother and to try like have something different because we've seen life with girls and attitude. And I think having 3 girls back to back all in one house, whenever they're like, what, 14, 15, and 16 is going to be crazy. Where do you think you would be at in life if you wouldn't have had kids? What do you think your life would be like? I'd probably be like dead.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know about dead,
In
but
prison?
yeah, I'd be in jail or something.
Yeah, I'd probably be dead or something. I mean, I don't know. There's either 2 ways. I could have stayed in school and finished, or I could have died. Like, there's probably been dead, though, with how my life was back then. I probably would have been dead.
I would most definitely be in jail.
In prison, yeah. Yeah, agreed. What do you think your life would be like? I don't think I'd have a life if I would have never had kids, honestly. Life before we had kids was both pretty rough on us, and we were both in really rough spots and making really bad decisions, drug-wise, alcohol-wise, and choices-wise. So I definitely think I wouldn't have made it this far. Yeah, I definitely think you would have been in prison.
Yeah, I would agree.
You're definitely in prison. I think the whole reason you changed your life around, because you were on probation and stuff. So I think the whole reason you changed your life around was because of me getting pregnant and like us having a kid. Because you like did a complete 360.
Okay, I gotta address this. I know you're videoing and all. 360 is a full circle. I did a 180. I went from facing this way down the bad path,
Oh.
a 180 to the good path.
Yeah, that.
Make sure to keep this in the video because everybody needs to know this.
Okay.
I've been seeing it on TikTok way too much.
What?
The 360 trend or whatever,
Yeah.
and they do the full spin,
Yeah.
or they do half a spin, or did a full 180 or whatever the song goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do a full spin, and the Chinese guy was like, "That's a 360."
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, anyways, yeah, you completely changed your life around. Even your dad, him and his dad never really got along, and even his dad was like telling his principals that he completely changed after all of this and that it saved his life. And no one ever thought he was going to graduate either, because he graduated.
A year or
Yeah, a year early. I didn't graduate. I had like 2 months left and I dropped out, so.
well, that's because you was pregnant.
Yeah, you hated that. But you completely turned your life around.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the last one. So, do you have anything you want to say? Okay, let me address this because I know we're probably going to get hate for that one question I did. Hold on.
What question?
The one. Oh, I didn't ask if I didn't do this one. Do you believe in discipline?
Discipline?
Yeah, do you believe in
yes.
this? This is the last one. You.
Yes.
Okay. Go into
Well-
more depth about discipline because it's going to
Okay,
be a lot.
yeah. It depends
It's going
on
to be very controversial.
controversial.
Like a lot of people disagree with discipline, and
I mean,
a lot of people
See, there's
agree with discipline.
some
Disagree,
people
agree.
agree with discipline as a light thing, as in no spanking, no like, hey, I told you, that's discipline. That's just a kind of discipline, I guess. Like, for instance, your sister, she doesn't believe in spanking or anything like that. Me, I was raised in the country. If you don't listen, you get spanked.
Yeah.
And I believe in that. And
Yeah, and I mean, you believe in it, and you believe in disciplining pretty strictly. I didn't believe in discipline at all until a few months ago. And that's because, like, I never really disciplined Emma, like, ever. I mean, I would, like, get onto her, but whenever it came to, like, being the tough parent and stuff, I was never that parent. And Emma acts crazy crazy with me because she thinks that there's no rules or anything, and that's like my fault because I never really, like I did the Emma don't do that, and then I explained to her what she did, but I wouldn't discipline her. And like I take her into a store and she like doesn't listen to me. I look like it's bad. Like she doesn't listen to me at all. She tells me like all the time like to leave her alone and to go. Yeah, to shut up. Like she doesn't listen to me. And up until all that started happening, I didn't really believe in spanking or hardcore discipline, which I still don't. But
What do you mean hardcore?
like actual spanking and stuff.
That is not hardcore.
I mean, no, not whenever other kids are getting like there's actual abuse and stuff, but
Hardcore is like a paddle, a belt.
no, yeah,
A
no, we just
switch.
use our hand like on Emma's butt. With Ella, we're starting to do like the little hand thing,
Oh,
whatever.
But I mean, she's young. You can't really spank her.
Yeah, so we like tap her hand because like she'll grab stuff off of the table and we keep like lit candles and everything. And the other day I had coffee on the table. I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? She grabbed my coffee off. And I drink cold coffee, but if that would have been hot, she would have pulled it on her. So like I spanked her hand and I was like, you don't grab stuff if it's not yours. But yeah, I believe in discipline, I'd say. I used to not though, but Emma walked all over me because of that. And I don't want to raise like a spoiled kid who thinks they're entitled to everything because they wasn't disciplined. And for the longest, I didn't discipline her, and that's what she was. She was very entitled whenever it came to me. And how she acted with Donald versus how she acted with me were two different kids. So I would say I believe in discipline. But I don't believe in like abusing your child and like taking a belt to your kid when like, because I mean you were spanked pretty hard, like you were.
Me?
Yeah, like you used to not go to sleep unless you got a spanking before
Well,
bed because you were so immune to getting
I
spanked.
mean, you gotta think though. Discipline back then is child abuse now.
Yeah, like my grandma used to get switches off a tree and
Yes,
spank us with.
like every time I got spanked, we had a wooden paddle made with holes drilled in
Yeah,
it
we used to have one of those
And
too,
I got
but I
whipped
never got spanked with it
every
because
single night.
I was my grandma's favorite.
I got whipped all the time because I was the least favorite.
Yeah.
I got whipped so much that I needed it to cry myself to sleep every
Yeah,
night.
and I think that kids can get immune to spanking if they get spanked so much.
I mean, yeah, they could, but it's the. See, it wasn't really that I was immune to it. It hurt every single time, and I cried every single time. It was the fact of whenever I was little and I got spanked and cried, I was told to go to my room and I wasn't messed with. I cried myself to sleep.
To sleep, yeah.
That's where that came from. When we spank Emma and them, I mean, yeah, we send her to her room, we let her cry for about 5 minutes, but then we go in there, we tell her why she got spanked, and if she just does what we say the first time asked, it won't happen. And then we make up, and then we let her come back in here and play with Ella and be involved in stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a whole different scenario if I whipped her, all right, go to your room, leave her there all night. Like, I mean, that'd be different. Like, you know what I
That'd be
mean?
different, yeah. I mean, yeah, so I would say I do believe in discipline. You do, yeah? Yeah, after disciplining though, like I strongly believe in explaining to the child why they were getting disciplined, like what led down to that happening. Like just so they understand, because at this age, they don't really understand right from wrong, bad to good. That's like our job to teach them. So I do believe in discipline, but I believe in explaining why they're getting disciplined as well, so they know the actions that they did were bad.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, with these questions, that was the last one. If y'all have any more questions and y'all want us to do another video like this, just comment down below and we will. And I want to start out by saying that these questions are completely our own opinions. You don't have to agree with them. It's just what we think. And yeah, but I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, and we will see y'all in our next one. Bye guys. You're going to say bye.
No.
Bye guys. Okay, I can edit on this out, but yeah, that was pretty decent.
Are you gonna keep the no in there? For real?
I mean,